fills in the gaps and gives it that kind of different tone in there. So I struggle getting a lighter color to show up, and then it just goes to the extreme. Yeah, I think you'll find if you find another colored pencil, you'll find that ease up a little bit for you. You'll be able to get a better the look that you're looking for without that struggle. I've been learning on pine slices to just do coasters. I use Mod Podge, I think it's called, and there's a magical method to have that not make my pencils bleed under it. Yeah, because the Mod Podge is like a glue. I've never used Mod Podge. I've seen it being done, but I've never used it myself, so I don't know. But the problem you may be having is with the pine and not necessarily the Mod Podge or the pencil. This pine's not fun. And you're just drawing and coloring, right? You're not, are you burning on pine? Because, right. That's a great way to put it. We hate pine as wood burners. It does smell good, granted. But it's hard and sappy. I burned, lost my mind, colored and sealed it. Yeah. Don't burn on pine. Don't burn on pine. If you can avoid. I know most coasters are pine. It's just easier, and they're harder and sturdier. So they're mostly, coasters are mostly pine. But if you find like the wood slices, do I have any handy? You know, just these are aspen, mind you. But if you find like the wood slice, basswood wood slices, then you can make round coasters on the basswood slices, which is what I've done a lot of those. It's so hard to get away from the pine when you're doing coaster. I have coasters here drawn up that I'm going to be burning that are pine. I'm not looking forward to it, but I had the stuff, so I want to use it up, you know. But I've not. Did I use colored pencil on any of Terry's coasters? I can't remember if I did or not. What is my worst accident wood burning? Why am I getting these vocal songs irritating me? Hang on one second. I don't know, Mav. That's a good question. I've started drawing stuff before and burned things and just like sanded them off. But I can't, like, off the top of my head think of what one of those was. But it's happened. Our maple tree broke in a storm, so I sliced that up. Perfect. Once I learned how to dry that out, treat it. I'd like to try those. You don't have to treat it with anything. Just let it dry out. Especially if you're going to burn it, you don't want to treat it with anything. You want it as natural as possible. I love maple. I love maple. That's a good question. I thought I had to dehydrate and all those steps. Well, you do need to let it dry because it's, you know, it's been around for a while. I've never done that, so I don't know how long it takes. I think it would depend on the slices, how big are the slices. Man, I wish one of our woodworkers was in here. They could help us with that. Because I've never done that before. About the size of the one, about the size, yeah. That's what I was thinking. It probably, you have hundreds. Oh, you're gonna have so much fun with those, and they smell so good when you burn them. Oh. It's like maple syrup. It's so good. You wanted to honor the tree. I think that's fantastic. I love that so much. I love that so much. Yeah, let's do some research on it. Because I know Boyd had found, he's not streaming anymore, but when we had talked about it, he had, there was some windstorms in his area and a lot of trees went down, and it was kind of a free-for-all. So he went and he got all these pieces of these trees and sliced them and cut them, and then he built a dryer. He built this whole basically storage unit to dry out the wood, and it worked really, really well. But I can't remember when he said how long it took for it all to dry. It was a lot of wood, and he did have to cut it down quite significantly, you know, enough to where he'd have the pieces he'd need to make things with. But he had to cut it down quite a bit in order to make sure that it gets dry. If they're thin slices, they should dry quickly. I mean, that's my thought. Stumps can take up to a year to dry, at least over here in your climate. And that's the other thing too. Thanks for mentioning that, Miro, because climate would definitely play a part on that, on how quickly it will or won't dry. Because like I said, Boyd is in an area that was very full of humidity. And so he had to make that drying shed basically to remove all that humidity so that the wood would dry. You're gonna cut it into 100 friends. Oh, that's awesome. They're from last spring, so maybe they're usable now. They've been inside the warmth. Perfect. Just try it. I mean, just try it. I'm bothered by how smooth and pale the wood is compared to the Amazon pine. Yeah. I'm glad you learned on pine in a way, but I'm glad it didn't deter you from never doing it again. Why did I learn on crap? Because you don't know, right? You don't know. You see a nice blank, unfinished piece of wood and you're like, I could burn on that. And you can. It's just crap. Yeah, pretty sure they're good if you don't live in a swamp or bog area. Yeah. So I would just pull one out and work on it. Put something on there and just try it. Even if it's like your practice piece. You know, if it's, you know, one of the practice pieces that's going to stay with you, and you know, draw some letters and some lines and stuff on it and see if it, you know, what happens when you burn it. You'll kind of know if it's too wet to work with once you get the fire on it, you know. I think I do decently as a fresh beginner on pine with little hollow whatever burners. Oh, there you go. That's awesome. AZ, what's up? What's up, AZ? Hey, guys, did you know that it was AZ's birthday? I think we should sing AZ a song. AZ, Would you like me to sing you the happy birthday song, which I know you're probably freaking tired of at this point? I heard all about that. It's probably still going. Or if you would like to choose a song from my song list, I would sing it to you specifically. Miro just put the list. Rumor is it's still playing. I can imagine. So it's likely that I mean, I don't have to sing to you, but I'd love to sing you a song for your birthday. Take a gander at the song list and see if there's something on there you might be interested in. Happy Sunday, happy Easter, by the way. Thanks for popping in. I hope you have been having an amazing weekend and a wonderful birthday. You'll snooze out. When are they going to hit right now? Yeah, let's wait until they get to... Yeah, let me pull up my song stuff and I'll have it ready. Because it snoozes them for 5 minutes, right, Miro? So if we wait until we get like right to it before we can't snooze it anymore? Or do you have to snooze it now? Or you can just keep snoozing it. Yes. Okay. Yeah, let's snooze it like right when, so that it gives us the full 5 minutes. And we'll jump right in as soon as AZ picks a song.